Nope, Thursday. Happy Thursday, everyone. I don't know why my hair looks gray in this light. It's fine. I just showered. I hope everyone's doing great. I guess I'll just get started because I know that I talk too much in the beginning and people are like, just get to it because the live saves as it is. I wanted to, and I'm sorry I didn't plan this ahead. I never do. Too hard. I wanted to talk a little bit about the cost of living in DR and the cost of like rent and home prices right now, and kind of what I've noticed and what friends have been telling me and what they've noticed. Because, hi Tabitha. Oh, okay. I will check that later. I have heard a lot of different people say how much more the cost of living is right now. And I think it's a common misconception that a lot of people don't 100% understand all the time when moving to DR or living in DR that, hi Blue Vega, how are you? Okay. They just don't expect certain things are more expensive in DR and certain things are increasing in DR. So, I just wanted to chat about that. Hopefully we can like go back and forth and you guys can chime in because that's why I like doing lives. So I'm not just talking to myself. Conversation is better. So if you have something to say, please comment. On that note, if you're not following me, make sure you are. Hi Nicole, how are you? I'm not, I wish I were. That's actually what I wanted to talk about as well. We're in Santiago. Yes, so Tabitha says too, Santiago, it's more expensive than you thought, and it's definitely true. I feel like a lot of people, my friends too, that haven't been to DR or have only been on vacations but haven't been in like outside resorts, don't really know how expensive it can be. Some of you guys, I don't know if any of you listening, but a lot of people ask me for like house and apartment referrals, and the realtor that we use in Santiago told me like the prices have gone up so much lately, and she's just seeing like a much higher average than usual. When I did a video, I think it was last month or so, of my husband's parents' house in Santiago, I got first of all, it got so many views, which was great, but also I didn't like tell my whole story, so people didn't really like know me. I thought I was clear in the beginning of the video, it wasn't my house. A lot of people thought it was my house. When I showed it, people were saying that, well, no local can afford this. Like, no local Dominican can pay for this house, so you're like gentrifying Santiago, basically. No, I don't live in that house. And I think it's super, super nice house. They pay $650 a month if you missed that video. US dollars, and it's big. It's 2 floors. It has like 2 different living rooms, 3 bedrooms upstairs, 3 bathrooms, and then like a cuarto de servicio, like a maid's room kind of with a bathroom. It's big kitchen, and that they're local Dominicans and they can afford it, but that's not to say like that they're not realizing it's expensive as well. They luckily sold their apartment. They got good money for their apartment because they bought it like 10 years ago, 8 years ago. No, probably like 10 years ago now. And it has increased a lot, so they got good money for the apartment. They can afford this house. Especially since DR is an island, inflation is skyrocketing. Exactly, that's a really good point too. Like, everyone's complaining how in the States things are getting more and more expensive and more delayed. So I have a friend who bought a house and as an investment property here in Arizona, and it's taken 9 months to finish the pool. And that's just because like tools and materials are taking so much longer to get here from overseas, and everything's delayed. My cousin bought a car, it's delayed months because it's not here in the States right now. Same thing for DR. Like, they have to import even more things. Like, they don't have as many things produced there in some areas, and yeah, it's an island, so things are really expensive. Gas has always been expensive there, and it's going up just like here. But I think like more so, because when you're looking at the average income, it's way less doable than what we are experiencing in the States. You said $300, you're staying in an Airbnb, $300 for a week and a half. Yeah, see, that's a lot. Like, to me, that's a lot. And of course, it depends on what area in Santiago you are. If you're in like the more touristy area, I know Airbnbs are more expensive than hotels. That's why I always recommend the hotel that I stayed in, Hotel Platino. I just feel like it's a really good deal. But I know some people prefer Airbnbs, and that's totally fine. But it's getting more expensive to travel there, and then buying homes, expensive, like definitely going up. I am surprised, like, at rent. I mean, I have a friend who is renting out their apartment in Santiago, wanting to do a long-term or Airbnb situation, but long-term is usually can be better for owners, because you have the same person in there, you can like vet them and then kind of not worry about it. And they're charging like $800 a month. So we can kind of see the difference. Like, Chris's parents' house is $650 a month, and it's in Villa Maria, which is a really nice area, right behind homes, right behind like La Serena. Good area. I like it. It's safe. It's pretty quiet. But then you have an apartment, so it's smaller, furnished though, so that's a plus, for $850. So if I post that, people will say like I'm out of my mind. It's like I'm only, doing videos for expats. But that's what like locals are paying for certain things as well. Now, I don't want to be too broad. I have family and friends that live in different areas of Santiago, and their rent hasn't increased, and they own their house and they're not as worried about it. But even when we were there in January and going out to eat and stuff, I noticed that it was significantly more expensive than in the past. I think like food prices are going up, and then also you have a 18-20% tax on top of it. Then you have to tip. You should tip. So when we would go out to eat, sometimes I would be like, dang, that's like almost more than we would spend in the States, actually, depending where we were. So I kind of thought that was interesting too, because eating out is expensive there. And I think a lot of people, this is bothering me, don't realize that before. Okay, don't look at that. They don't notice before they go. Hi, Jolisa. I took my first trip to DR last month. 400 USD for 10 days. Was that just where you stayed, or was that what you spent the entire time? And like, we've done different levels of, I guess, even vacations, right? When we went to Punta Cana last year, it was my first time like staying at a resort like that, and it was definitely more expensive. I was surprised, but it's different. Like, that's definitely for like tourists. But then I've also done vacations where I've barely spent anything, because you stay with friends and stuff, just for the Airbnb where you stayed. 400 for 10 days. Yeah, like, I feel like that's reasonable, but I also feel like it's a lot. I feel like it depends, right? Like, if you go there thinking like, oh, I'm only gonna spend $20 a night, I can't do math. That might actually be whatever. Anyway, it's a decent amount of money. If Santiago prices are going up, I can only imagine Santo Domingo. Exactly. So again, like when I posted on their house, on Chris's family's house, $650, 2 stories, Villa Maria, really nice. The people that live there, I feel like it was split. Some people were like, we could never afford this. And some people were like, wow, that's a great deal, because here in Santo Domingo, that would be $1,000. So I think it really depends, and it's all relative. I mean, same in the States. Someone in California would say like, you have a great deal, whereas someone in a place where they're not used to a high cost of living and then it's increasing would say that's not great. Santo Domingo is getting very expensive. I actually saw, this is crazy, I saw in an expat group, so definitely targeting like expats, an apartment for rent in Santo Domingo. Ocean view, really nice. It was like in a high-rise building, looked big, bright, spread out. A couple lived in one of the rooms, and they wanted to like sublet 2 or 3 of the other rooms. Let's say 3 other rooms. So you would get a bedroom and a bathroom, something like that. Obviously you're like sharing the kitchen and stuff, and they were charging like $1,000 per room, which I thought was crazy. Now this is like to live, not an Airbnb or anything. So $1,000 per month for a room. And I was like, absolutely not. And some people in the comments were like coming after him, kind of being like, dude, this is so expensive. And he was like, this is like market value. Now I don't know how accurate that is, because I still think like you could find a whole apartment for that price rather than just a room. But it just shows like it's so much more expensive than certain people think. It's not. Housing is getting more and more expensive. If you want to move like out of the cities, then that's different. Thank you for joining. If you're not subbed, make sure you are. If you haven't given me a like though, the ratio's off. Give a thumbs up. For some reason that helps. Comments, likes, all that stuff really helps. YouTube, I guess. I don't know, still trying to figure it out. Yeah, $1,000 per room. Like, I seriously read that post like 8 times. I was like, there's no way like I'm gonna live with 4 random people and pay $1,000 and like share a bathroom, share a kitchen. No. Someone follow directions. Thank you for the thumbs up. And it did have a nice view, but still. So yeah, I want to split our time there and here. Seriously, this is bothering me. That's also what I was going to talk about. We really want to buy something in Las Terrenas or Samana or something like that, up northeast coast. And the prices are, I should have bought like 10 years ago, but I had $1. The prices are expensive. Like they are a lot. And if you want something on the beach, like you're basically paying like what you would pay in the States. Super expensive. You can go further away from town and still get something nice, but it was definitely surprising to see some of the prices when we were there, and like kind of looking around at some land, different options. It's expensive there, and I know it's because like it has a large expat community. It keeps getting written about in like different magazines, and like not even from the States, like France and Italy, like just kind of highlighting it as like an expat destination, which obviously makes prices go up even more. I feel like I'm open to buying other places, but I want it to be on the beach. Like I want it to be near the beach, because I lived in Jarabacoa, I lived in Santiago, and just being like 2 hours from the beach is fine, but it's not ideal for me. I would want to be like right there. So just have to find something more affordable, because we just want the land and then we want to build our own house, which is like a whole nother process. That's what Chris wants to do, and I think it'd be really cool to do that. But I would also, if there was a house that was finished, probably buy that too. But it's crazy how much prices are increasing. Gringo pricing, yeah. Hi Vero, how are you? Yeah, it is. But like even for that house, like $650, people were losing their minds, being like, no Dominican would ever live here. It's a Dominican family that lives there. So I really think it's like relative to, right? Like, I don't know, what do you guys think? I feel like it does depend on how much you're making. Of course, his parents acknowledge like, yeah, this is like kind of expensive, and they're not rich or anything. But it's not only like expats who are affording these prices. I think everyone is getting priced out, I would say. And I looked at some of the newer apartment projects in Santiago, and they're expensive. Like, if you want a brand new built apartment, they're not all done yet. They're like, I think one is 2023. Not cheap at all. I heard gas is going up every day in DR. Yeah, just like here. Gas has always been so expensive there, but I was talking to my friend in Jarabacoa, and they like Hi Carly, how are you? They were like, we can literally barely afford to fill up our motos now. So it's rough. I feel like it's really rough. Did you ever find out who's giving out? No, I don't know who that was. So I don't know if you guys saw, but apparently someone was like, has a fake profile of me with my name and my picture, asking people for their number or like giving out a WhatsApp number. It's definitely a scam, so don't answer it. If you get a comment like that, it's not me. I don't put my phone number in the comments because I don't want a bunch of random people texting me. Don't know who that was. I blocked and reported them, so hopefully their account gets taken down. I think they were doing the same thing to Norberus. I'm not really sure what the end goal is there. I'm sure at some point someone would ask you for money. So if you are gonna give money, just give it to me directly. I'm just kidding. No, I don't know what that was, but it freaked me out the other night when you guys were saying someone was commenting and I saw my exact picture and name. I was like, great, they hacked my entire profile, but they have one sub. So thank you though for everyone who let me know. That was not fun. Yeah, so food's increasing, gas is increasing, rents are increasing, and then sale prices are increasing. They are like, I feel like they're kind of building a lot, but I don't think it's like the housing that you need. Like, I am planning to do a video on some of the housing options or projects in Punta Cana. I don't know how interesting it would be to you guys listening, but I think like there's definitely viewers that would like that, who really just want to go to Punta Cana and be around that area. There's some really cool houses being built there and condos and stuff like that. And I kind of want to like showcase, there's a realtor that I know out there. But that is definitely like probably not locals moving in there, or like the average Dominican, I guess. They're probably upper class because they looked pretty expensive, in my opinion. How are you? I'm good. I'm tired. I feel like this is the longest week ever. I'm going to Santo Domingo in September for a whole month alone. Oh no, it's gonna be great. Where are you staying? That's gonna be fun. Someone I know, I just did a consult last week. They're moving to Santo Domingo in August, I think. And he's gonna live with like a host family and teach and stuff, which is super cool. But yeah, he has a good deal. He doesn't have to pay rent. So that's good, because Santo Domingo definitely is expensive. Gas is going up tomorrow. Oh no, in Santiago. Do you know what it's going up to? It's like crazy, honestly. I always, you know, and everyone has, but I've always thought gas is so expensive there. It costs a lot to fill up my car. I had a 1994 or something Honda Passport, and it was big. It was like an SUV, so it was really expensive. What type of health insurance did you have? I had Umano. It was okay. I had that through the school when I taught, and for some reason, like, it was only for like I had to get, this is disgusting, I had to get an ingrown nail like surgically removed. It was traumatic, honestly. I keep wanting to do a video on it, but it's so gross. And I had to pay like the entire thing because they said it was like not pre-existing, which I was like, that's interesting, because usually you hear people say we won't cover that because it's a pre-existing condition. I don't know. But Umano was pretty good. I had like a low copay and stuff. I remember when I went to the dentist, it was like $20 for everything. But then my second year, I didn't have any insurance, which I know is not recommended, but that happened. And the stuff was pretty cheap, you know, like the things that I did have to do, or I would just like have my doctor's appointments on like when I was visiting home, usually. It's really nice outside right now, but I feel like the light went away. Vera, what's it going up to? I'm staying with Dana and his family in San Domingo Norte. Really nervous meeting them. Oh, don't be nervous. Dominicans are so hospitable that, like, I think they'll be so nice. So, so nice. I've always been nervous, like, meet new members of Chris's family or whoever, and then it's always, like, no big deal. They're, like, making me food right away and stuff. They're super nice. So I am sure you'll love it. But it is scary, definitely. A friend in San Domingo said $100 for a full tank. That's not okay. That is not okay. Considering some people make like $200-300 a month, that's not good. Not good at all. When we were buying groceries and stuff too, it was more expensive. But again, it does depend where you shop. I was shopping at Nacional mostly. They had like a really nice new one. You're welcome, Juan. Did I not answer you? I always think people are being sarcastic. I don't know why. I'm scared of everyone. Hopefully I answered you. It's going to be 24 to 40 pesos. Per gallon? No, it's more than that. Oh, it's going to increase 24 to 40 pesos? Is that what what you mean? I know I'll be fine as soon as the sancocho was out. Oh my gosh, sancocho is so good. We had that on New Year's Eve. I still have to post that video. I have so many videos I have to post. I'm the worst at editing. And seriously, like Chris's two aunts came over and made sancocho the whole morning. It was amazing. It was the biggest pot I've ever seen. I really need to post that video because it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and sancocho was just bomb. Like, so good, so good. It was fun. Yeah, meeting people for the first time is super scary. But I think you speak Spanish, right? Yeah. I think you do. So you're good. Even if you're not, hopefully they speak some English. And if not, like Chris's dad doesn't speak English, but he, like I obviously speak to him in Spanish, but when he met my family and stuff, and when they came to the wedding, like literally doesn't care. He will speak to you in Spanish and fully pretend that you understand everything that he's saying, and he'll keep going. Like he doesn't care. It's so funny. Like they're probably gonna be like that. But yeah, no, so I was talking to the realtor that I've probably given some of you her information. She's awesome. And she was like, just saying like Airbnbs are increasing, hotels are increasing, apartments, sales, and she's really busy. Like it hasn't been like the demand is down, but the rent is hard. And it's different there. I mean, not every realtor, but most realtors will like charge a fee to show apartments and show houses and stuff as well. And then of course they get a fee like if you sign. So she's doing really well, but it's a lot. Does my mother-in-law ship from Arizona to Santiago? No, she ships from Miami to Santiago. But you can ship, like if you're in Arizona, you could ship, like I could ship a box and label it to them in Miami, and then her company like forwards it from Miami to DR, and then she like distributes it throughout the country. So it's pretty cool actually. Like she has a new warehouse, or the warehouse is being built, and it's crazy how many packages they get. They have a bunch of drivers, and they just like get, you know, you guys probably know the addresses there are different, so it's not like, usually it's not one easy to follow address. They're bringing packages all over the country to random places, tiny little houses in the mountains, wherever, and they find them, they give them right to the door, which is good because there's no like UPS system there, like mail type. Most people have to go get their boxes and packages from a central location like BM Cargo. How much does she charge? I think it's $90 for like any weight, so you can fill a box. It's like a flat rate. I think it's $90, and I have seen some massive boxes like filled to the brim with food or clothes. They're super heavy, and I'm pretty sure it's always just like a flat rate, which is really good because sometimes shipping is really expensive, and then sometimes you're paying like a crazy, not crazy, but you're paying an import fee if you're shipping something over $200. Yeah. So like if you ship a TV and they see the receipt or whatever, you have to pay like an additional fee if it's over $200. So if I ordered clothes and it was like $300, I would do like 2 separate orders, and I wasn't spending that much on clothes anyway. But I would like split it up, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's a good deal. I want to find the light again. I have to mop the whole floor today. Can't wait. We'll go outside. How long does the shipment take? Probably a couple weeks by the time you get it to Miami, and then Miami to wherever you're going in DR. Probably a couple weeks. Unless it gets like stopped or anything at customs, but it shouldn't. Someone said the house with the avocado tree, La Vega, DR. No, literally. Basically, when I lived in Jarabacoa, that's too bright. Okay. I'll just sit on the door. When I lived in Jarabacoa, my address was literally, I was doing my taxes in the US because whatever, I was making money remotely and you still have to file, even if you live abroad. And my house on the US document was the house next to the gas station. And trying to get that address from the school, because that was the school's house, I had to ask so many times, and they were like, there is no address. And I was like, no, you don't understand. Like, I need some address for the tax documents. And they're over and over, like, there is none. And then finally they're like, hey, we have the address. And it was the house next to the gas station. And I was like, okay, cool. Got it. So that's what's on my taxes. Hey Mills, you really helped me with the pricing in DR for renting before I moved to DR. Have been here almost 2 years. Even have a YouTube channel. Oh, I'll have to check you out. Thanks for being inspirational. Thank you. What a nice comment. Thank you so much. I'll check out your channel. That's so sweet. I'm so glad I could help. I will definitely see your channel. Sometimes I'm like really bad at, I get recommended videos and like I'll watch them, and I'm so bad at subscribing and stuff. But it's funny, like my For You page is not usually DR videos. It's usually like weird, I watch weird stuff, like conjoined twins, finally separated. So I don't see like a ton of the DR stuff unless I am subscribed. So I will definitely find your channel and check it out. That's fun. Yeah, like the popular DR YouTubers, I'm not subbed to most of them, and then like I don't see their videos, so I really don't know what's going on. What's going on in the YouTube DR world? Who else do we follow? I only follow a few. I know of more, like all the guys on the North Coast, but I don't think I follow them. And if I do, they never come up for me, so I don't know what YouTube's trying to do, but I get a lot of videos from other countries, like Colombia expats and like people living in Panama, and I'm like, okay, I don't see that much DR stuff. There is this one couple, I think it's a husband and wife, that have been like traveling DR the last few months and posting videos, and they have a lot of subs and they get a lot of views on their videos, and I'm like, I wonder why. Like, I wonder, because I feel like it's not, I don't know, whatever, this is like getting into stuff that probably no one's interested in. But I'm like, why am I not getting that many views on every video? I'm cool. Super cool. Just kidding. It's not a competition. We're all doing great. Santiago is really cool. Santiago is really cool. I really like it. Do you use a BPM service? I cannot buy a drone. I'm not buying a drone. My drone would be lost in 20 minutes. It would be in a tree, gone forever. Like, I cannot even imagine. But that's true. I have another friend, he's here in Arizona. He makes really cool videos and he has a drone, and I'm like, okay, guys, don't look at this mascara on my eyelid. I know it's there. My wife and I will be there for a month, and she'll have to work for half the time. Ooh, so you'll have to go find things to do by yourself. Puerto Plata City is where I was for a long time. The couple in Cabarete, they're cool. What couple? Is it the one I'm talking about? I don't even know their name. They're not like they're not like DR expats. They travel to different countries and stuff too. I don't remember their name. I mean, they seem nice. I only watched one video or something. My mom. The couple in Canada. The couple has been living all around the world. Oh, okay, yeah, that's them. Yeah, but like, delightful. Yeah, that's them. I'm glad you guys know who I'm talking about. I mean, I guess they have a bigger following, I guess, travel YouTubers. But I guess it's interesting. Like, if I'm not gonna, if someone wasn't interested in moving to DR, then obviously, like, you don't want to only see DR content, so you're going to probably follow someone who goes multiple places, which would probably be cool. But then on the other hand, someone who is really interested in like one place, if they're traveling around a lot, right? I don't know. Not me being jealous. It's fine. No, they're doing great. I'm sure they are delightful. I'll have to check out more of their videos. But yeah, getting subs is hard. Like, if you have a small niche. But if you're traveling multiple places and you can do videos and like have tags in like Colombia, Puerto Rico, different countries, then that definitely helps you grow, I think. I don't know if they're Canadian. Probably, because they spelled traveler with 2 L's, I think. That sounds Canadian or British. No, I don't know where they're from. It sounds like you guys know them though. I'm not bashing them at all. I'm just jealous. And then I don't really talk to too many. You guys know, like, just the people I've done collabs with, which is not many because I'm scared of everyone. But Cabaret, they can make such good content there. That's another place I would move to. Oh, they're Canadian. There's a lot of Canadians in DR, definitely. Not that you would notice until they start talking. I don't know, can you guys, I can always tell when someone's Canadian by the way they say certain words. But definitely a lot of Canadians in DR. Cabaret is another place that I would totally move to. Wow, this is a struggle. It's just such a beautiful city. Can you guys still see me? I can barely see myself now. It's fine. They know what they're doing. And I'm like, I can't even see. Have you heard of crypto? Yeah, I've heard of crypto. Don't ask me anything about it, but I have heard of it. You know, the newest thing that I have, okay, we're struggling here again. The newest thing that I have heard about that I'm like so confused is NFT. I don't know, but it makes me want to draw a house and try to sell it in a virtual land. I am so confused about NFT. I know your videos. Oh no, thank you. I do appreciate that. I know it's just the people that like make a full-time income from YouTube that I'm like, that's nice. Like, that's so nice for sure. But you know, I like what I do. Once we move back, because I'm putting that into the universe, will be great. Diego Dio. I will look at that. I don't even think I know who that is off the top of my head. I only know like, I don't know a lot of people. I know Free Island Girl, I did a video with her. Nor Barris, I've done videos with her. J-Rod, Christina. I don't know if she's technically like a DR YouTuber right now. And then I know like Matrix guy, Flip Flop. I like really don't know a lot of those people, but I like know of them, I will say. But yeah, everyone makes different content, so there's room for everyone for sure. Yeah, anyway, have I heard? Yeah, I answered that. Does anyone else feel like it's getting really expensive there? Although in Phoenix, I like Caribbean E. I know him. I do know him. What is he now? He's not anymore. I am still like, okay, I would rather pay those prices though, which is definitely from a place of privilege, than here, because like Phoenix rent, is crazy, and house prices here are crazy. They're all like $1 million. And rent, there's a house on my street, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a den, and a big backyard, so it's nice, but not big, and it's $2,900 a month. I think they just dropped it to $2,800 a month, and that's like, no. Ow. So no idea what we're doing when our lease is up, because that should be great. Oh, he's in Europe. That's fun. Tailor-made dreams. I said Matrix. I meant that. Russell. I don't know who Russell is. And Greg Flip-Flop. I know Flip-Flop. I only know like the names, and mostly people who J-Rod have told me about, because I have no friends. Just kidding. Mateo's good. He's like, he has so much energy. Like, it's actually scary. I guess it's normal for toddlers, but he never stops moving ever, and he barely sleeps. So there's that. But if you guys don't follow my Instagram, which you totally should, it's Rebecca Mills with 3 S's. I have exciting news. I'll do a video on it at some point. See if I can get Chris in it. Some life updates. I'm sure some of you already know, which is fine. I can certainly say the DR is facing inflation like every other country. If you're making, yeah, I agree. Which is worrisome, because like my friend's on medication and it just is going up and up. So what is she supposed to do? She doesn't work. She's older. And her husband was working. And his severance was like so low. Okay. And it's like people like that work so hard. He worked so hard at a gas station every single day, and I feel like it didn't, like, they don't have that much to show for it, which is like messed up. You can work so hard and you're not making what you should. My propane was 650 pesos when I moved, then 790 today. I paid 885. That's so much for a full tank of propane to cook. See, that's like interesting too that you like know that, because I don't remember like, oh, I paid this and now it's that. Like, I don't remember those things usually of what it started with, so that's interesting that you remember it, because that's definitely expensive. I believe Caribbean E and his wife moved to Portugal. Wow, that's nice. I would love to go to Portugal, and I really want to go to Spain as well. What else? When I was there in January, there was something else that I was like not expecting it to be as expensive as it was. I'll ask Chris when he comes back in. Food. Gas was expensive because we were all splitting it. I don't know what it was. Even the hotel we stayed at, I was like, that is expensive. But it was right on the beach in La Serena, so I guess that makes sense. He's coming, I'll ask him. What other question should I ask Chris? Chris, we're talking about how much like things are increasing in DR. Hi, Mateo. Like the rent and houses and food and stuff. What's the other thing when we were there that we were like, wow, this has gotten so expensive? I can't remember. Someone said like their gas, obviously gas is so much, and propane. Wait, let me just show Mateo. Hi, Mateo. Are your parents saying like, because Jeanette told me like that everything has gone up so much.
Construction materials.
Oh well, yeah, that's true too. The tolls were so expensive. How much?
They kind of pay like that,
But what was that one to Samana?
1,000 or.
It was a lot. It was a lot. I was shocked. I was like, His brother was like, do you have money? Do you have cash? I was like, yeah, I have 100 pesos. I thought it would be like 50 pesos. It was like
It was either
500 at least pesos for one toll. I was like, absolutely not. No, I was so mad. Oh, I was there in January too. Chris is so tall. I'm also so short and sitting down. He's 6'2". And Mateo's tall too. Tolls to Samana, yeah, like that's where we're going, and I was so annoyed. I was like, what the heck? I literally was like, yeah, I have cash. Pennies. Except for all the COVID stuff. Yeah. I took a note of prices because I did 2 cost of living videos. Okay, I'm gonna go comment on your videos. Let's do a video together. It's probably your nightmare. See, that's smart. Yeah, that's really smart. I wish I knew like what I spent. The video I just did with the girl from, sorry, I have a Lego. The girl from Harbacoa, she was teaching at the school that I taught at. The difference is now the school pays 100% of tuition because they can't keep any teachers. So I guess they had to do that. But when I was there, like, I was seriously paying like $40 a month for rent in Harbacoa. Obviously, like, discounted through the school, but like, it was so cheap. And now it's a lot more expensive. And I have some friends looking for a house in Harbacoa to buy, and they can't really find anything, which I think is interesting. Because I think it's hard to find like an average family home there that's not like a vacation home cabin type thing that's like really expensive and not too small. So they have 3 kids. 100 pesos from Santiago to Puerto Plaza. Yeah, see, that's okay. I can do 100 pesos. I'll do that. That's fine. But yeah, I think it was 500. And I guess there's less tolls, but there were multiple. And then when we went to Punta Cana, there were, yeah, multiple tolls that we had to keep paying. It's like, I don't know, I guess it's like that here too. I'm just also cheap, so there's that. Like Uber's increasing a little bit, nothing crazy, but a little bit. Like cars are super expensive, but they have been, so that's normal too. Yes, we're in Phoenix right now, but I told Chris today, like, we need to move back because it's so expensive here. It is so freaking expensive. When I saw the email from the realtor I know here, they literally said like there are no houses under like 800,000 in like certain areas, and then everyone's paying like 50,000 over. It's much cheaper in the countryside. Yes, yeah. So that's what I was talking about a little bit earlier. Like, depending on where you live, even, you know, everywhere, that's true, but depending where you live, you can get so many good deals. That's why it's so tempting to, I always talk about this. I swear every time I do a live, I talk about this. So if you've heard it, I'm so sorry, but I'm clearly that obsessed. I might repost this video. I'm that obsessed. The villa tour that I did in Las Galeras, like 2 years ago now, the girl, I don't even think she lives there anymore. But it's it's a guy from Arizona, which is weird. He like helped invent like pop chips or something. And then he moved from here, or I don't even know, he still lives here, I think. But he's developing a project in Las Galeras, and he has like 10 villas. I swear I need to repost this video because, I mean, I don't know. I'm just so, that was like my dream. I would change like the layout. It definitely wasn't kid friendly, but she was on a private beach. I could literally like cry thinking about it. On a private beach, mountains in the back. It was beautiful. But she was 20 minutes away from the center of Las Galeras, which is not that bad, but then that's not a big town, so you can't get like everything there. And then she would have to drive to Samana for the dentist, which was like an hour-ish. So pros and cons for sure. Like, I know people that live in Santo Domingo and they're so willing to pay the extra money in cost of living because they're close to everything. They have like bars and restaurants and haircuts and doctors and everything right there. good schools. But then I have other friends who are like, no, I'd rather live like in the countryside, have more space, be alone, be near the beach, hopefully, and then try like they'll go like once a month to Jumbo or Price Smart and buy things in bulk. It's just harder, I think. Once you have kids, you have to think about like schools and doctors, and like that's the only thing that makes me nervous. Like if we were living not somewhere like in a city and there was like an accident or something, like God forbid, but like kids are always at the doctor. I feel like I would panic and be like, okay, we can't be too far because now we're too far from like where's an ambulance. But I also have anxiety, so maybe people don't think like that. I don't know. Sasua and June on a research trip. Hi Naomi. That sounds cool. I love your name. That's cool. What kind of research? Me being nosy. If you have nice income, dears. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I work remotely, so I will make the same amount whether I'm here or there. And obviously, it does go much further there. Even though we're talking about, like, cost of living is going up so much. It is, but it's all relative, right? And again, that's totally, like, a privileged way to look at it. So I do, like, understand that for sure. And I'm not trying to, like, move anyone out. Like a local Dominican, I would never want to be like, well, I can afford it. If you can't, that sucks for you. Like, no. Certain things are like, everyone should be able to afford things where they're from. So that's the only thing. But it's getting pretty crazy. Like my friend was looking at an apartment. She said she could only find things like $850, $900, $1,000. For a furnished, that's the problem. Furnished apartments are harder to find, but for a furnished apartment and someone willing to do shorter term than like a year. But I feel like that's so expensive. Even when I was spending $400 a month on my furnished apartment, it was 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, it was big, it's completely furnished. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, you are spending so much, like you're getting robbed. That was just the price. They actually gave me a discount, but like, since I was making money online, it was okay. I stayed in Sosua at the Gran Laguna in a beautiful penthouse on the beach. It was amazing. Okay, that sounds amazing. I would love that. There's so many places I've been there that are like, I'm moving here. Like, I would love to be on the beach. Mateo can be a beach baby. It's only right. That's the only thing. Like, I just posted a picture on Instagram the other day and I was like, why do I live here? Why do I live somewhere without a beach? It's not okay. It just makes me so happy. It went from 56 pesos per dollar to 52. No, yeah, it is. And I feel like it was stable at like 57, 56, 55 for a long time. And now it's going down. So, yeah, it's hard. Because I don't think that, like, salaries are increasing the same way, the same amount. I missed some. What were you doing for income online? I was an accountant. No, I'm just kidding. That's a TikTok joke. I was doing, let's see, a few different things, but mostly, like, project management, social media management, influencer management, brand stuff, lots of like social media things. So I work with like different brands, different companies. Most were in the States, and I would get paid in dollars. Excuse me. So it was good. Okay, it's like 5 p.m. my bedtime. Oh, it is 5 exactly. Cool. I love when that happens. Wait, I think I paused it. Can you guys hear me? But yeah, and I always tell people who are asking about jobs, like, any job online, even if it's less than what you think or what you deserve, it's still, I'm also the type that's like, whatever, I'll take anything. But it's worth it because your money can go further there, depending how you're living. Like, if you're not living in, like, a gated neighborhood, private schools, drivers, eating out every meal, then
that money goes far. And I was able to pay my bills that I still had in the States. I had like my car payment and stuff, and save. It was a long wait to get your husband to the States. Yeah. Waiting for the visa interview. Yeah, well, kind of, I think. We applied December 2018, I think. And we were in this state. We had our interview in July. So that whole time we were waiting from December to July. And then we were in the States. We moved to the States in August. But then after you get married, you have to submit your paperwork. So that was October. So we waited until after we got married at the end of September. Submit the paperwork in October. And then it took from October until April until he was even allowed to work. So that was hard until he got his EAD work permit. Luckily he has a business in DR, so he was able to do that from the States, but still. And then, yeah, so he had that in April. And then it took from April to January of last year for him to get his green card. So it definitely was really, really long to wait from, so January 2020, January 2020, we got a letter in the mail saying, you're ready for your green card interview. And we were like, oh, great, like, cool. And then we didn't get our interview until the next January, so a full year. So he's had it for a year now. But that was like definitely during COVID. And now I think they're moving more quickly, and I've heard that they've automated certain parts of the process, which is great because there were certain parts that are they would make the process so subjective based on what agent you got. And I'm like, that's not fair. Luckily the two people that interviewed us were really great, but it's like, you're just sitting in a line for no reason. It actually went from 58 to 57 to $1 to 54 after Poon got delusions of grandeur. Dude, I can't with him. Do you have your cedula? No. So that means like there's a lot of jobs that I couldn't do in DR. I've made videos about like working there a lot. But people think like, oh, I can go and just like work at a hotel or like work at a restaurant, which again, you'll get paid so little if you work like at a restaurant. But say like you want a job locally, most companies require a cedula, so it's hard to find. I think that like if we spend 3 months a year at least there, ideally more, then I'll get my residency. But as of now, it's like they don't give you like a big incentive because I won't be like working there, so they don't give you a huge incentive to do that. They're like, okay, you can overstay. You're not supposed to overstay, but you can because you can pay. Like, it's so weird. But I have heard actually someone got turned away from the airport from their flight because they didn't have a return flight. And they had overstayed too many times, I guess. I was thinking my wife sent everything, petition got accepted, the visa center has everything, so I guess it's just being patient. Good luck. I hope yours is faster. I have heard like, so some of my friends that did it after me, they got their green card before they got their EAD card, like their work permit. And I was like, that's crazy. Because we had ours in April. He didn't get his green card till the next January. So, yeah. Is it Mario, the guy who does? The realtor that I know in Punta Cana, his name's Mario. He's white. I think. Yeah. But he has some cool properties. So, yeah. Hi, Anthony. Greetings from New York City. I'm from New York. Are you noticing any influx of Russians arriving in the DR since the war started? So I'm not there right now. Maybe someone else can answer. But that is a very interesting question. I was kind of curious about that too because, well, probably not like an influx because tickets to get out of Russia right now are insane. Oh, I'll have to find him. Like they're so expensive. I saw even train tickets are like $1,000 or more. More, I think. Yeah, more. So I'm sure there's not like an influx. Maybe if they went like earlier, but I know it's like very limited and like lots of flights canceled and stuff. But it's interesting because DR and Russia have like a very good relationship. So basically like Chris and I could go to Russia right now. I mean, we wouldn't, but in theory, because he like DR and Russia, like they don't require a visa. So let's say if we were going to go to Italy or France, Chris would need a specific visa from them for like a trip visa. And Russia doesn't have that. So he could literally just go tomorrow if he wanted. There's very few countries. Like Colombia's one, and I always thought it was so random that Russia was one, but they do a lot of tourism in DR. So it's very interesting. Definitely. He usually does his lives every Friday. See, look at that. He has a schedule. What's that like? Maybe I will reach out to him. Puerto Plata cancels 4,000 hotel reservations due to closure of flights. Wow. That's crazy. Do you really think, dang, I knew obviously that like Russians have a huge impact on Dominican tourism, but 4,000, that's a lot. That's a lot. Wow. ¿Por qué usted no hace videos en español? Bueno, porque yo no hablo español. Bueno, yo hablo español, pero como una gringa. Y por eso, yeah. Yep, and he always has a lot of realtors and builders on there. That's cool. See, I swear, I don't see these videos on my For You page. I see like some, and they're like, they get like one view. They don't have like subs and stuff, so they're always like random. But I'll have to check them out. I love seeing houses and stuff. And those are some of my favorite videos to do. Hopefully you guys don't get bored of them. But I'm nosy. Like, I want to see the inside of everyone's house immediately. And I love like the price of things, like seeing the houses. Punta Cana area is hot. Like, that's what I was talking about, the like projects. They have so many projects coming up and in process and finished now that are like apartments and condos and small houses that are like all inclusive in a gated community. It's really cool, but they're definitely expensive. Chris, you can let him out. Okay. If you're watching and haven't given a thumbs up, please do. You know, if you want to play this live later and just like let it play with me on mute, that would be great. Watch my ads. Amazing. Give me a super chat. Amazing. Mateo's like in the office with Chris and he's trying to get out so badly. You can let him out. But no, I really appreciate everyone who watches my videos and interacts with them or shares them. That's amazing. Hello. From Santiago. Okay. Why? Where are you going? Ah! Are you coming out? Oh, you mean him? Oh. However, I cannot think of his name right now. That's okay. You can message me on Instagram if you find it. Or maybe I'll come across it. Or look up like Punta Cana real estate. Ugh. Ah! Ah! He has my camera. Look. You want to hold it? Great. Ow, that's my finger. But yeah, I really just want to chat about like increasing prices. I'm gonna talk to the realtor more. I'll take this. Thank you. Good job. About like I want actual like averages that she's seeing in sale prices, and like I feel like realtors have like an inside scoop to like upcoming prices and stuff like that. I also am gonna do a video with her because I recommend her to everyone. So I figured I should introduce her on my channel and like have her give a tour of one of her properties maybe. But she mostly does Santiago, but she has connections like all over the island. She used to be a realtor in New York too. I feel like she's great. She helped me with my apartment. She helped Chris's family find the one in Villa Maria, so she's really good. But I'm gonna ask her more questions, like just what she's seeing. Life in Haiti with Marie. Hi, how are you? I love buildings. Great, perfect. I feel like, yeah, some of those videos do really well, like that the house one randomly did, which was cool. So if anyone wants to do a tour of their house, let me know. I just think it's so interesting. Like, seeing how people live is my favorite thing. But then, you know, I know most people want to see, like, okay, how much is it? Like, what comes with it? Everything like that. And I have more. I just literally need to post them. Villa Maria is a very nice area. Yes. So that's where his parents are. Right behind Holmes. I think you said, yeah, the hospital. So it's a great location. And it's quiet. Like, they used to live in, well, I used to live in Villa Olga. I don't know if you guys know it. It's another really nice neighborhood. And I liked it because you could, like, walk to the park. You could walk to certain stores. So that was good. Whereas Villa Maria, you can't really walk too many places. It's kind of all residential. But oh my gosh, when I was sleeping there, I didn't hear anything. In Villa Maria, I would hear motos all night long, and they were so loud, like revving. You know how they do it. So it almost was like it's too quiet, but it's really nice. I like it a lot. Are you escaping? Yeah. You're escaping. Say no. Yeah, so it's right off the highway. It's closer to the airport than Villa Olga, where we lived. Hay Mills. Any idea how much the apartments are going for in Santiago, in that area where they have the new building complex going up? My friend lives there, a lot of new buildings going up. Yeah, so Santiago has a lot of, it's like in this box. Santiago has a lot of new apartment buildings going up, and a lot of new construction. There's one like right near Villa Maria. Actually, no, it's in Villa Olga, and I think they're starting at like 150,000 to buy an apartment. I live in, where they have the new building complex. I don't know if we're talking about the same one, because some of them are rentals and some are purchase. I'll ask the realtor though. Maybe she can show us one. Well, I live in Los Alamos. It's quiet and peaceful. People that have visited are surprised how quiet and peaceful it is here. Yeah, I love that. I'm like, I want it to be peaceful. Santiago is getting expensive. It is expensive. I think it's expensive. Definitely going up. Definitely. Rent is around 500 to 550. Not as bad, but yeah, like when you hear, like, you definitely have to come at it from a perspective of a Dominican living and working in the DR, not having an online job, not having like dollars, $650 a month, although their house is like really nice. I loved it. It's big, it has a backyard, super nice. It's like, that's just not an option for a lot of people. So that's hard.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Tell them. That's an empty apartment, no refrigerator. So yeah, that's the other thing I forgot about. Yeah, lots of the apartments don't come with the appliances. And appliances are so expensive in DR. Like, they're expensive. So that's why some people even ship their small appliances from the States, because then if you're getting something, you have to literally like buy it, like an apartment, which is weird. Yeah, so if you do have the income, like to me, I'm like $650. Like, I wish. That's an amazing rent. Like, yes, as long as you're making the right salary, but you can definitely go far with it. For a lot of people, though, that is expensive. So it's kind of like, depends. It's like, yeah, it definitely depends. It ranges in price depending if you're buying or renting. There's options $85K and up. Yeah, that's a good, thank you. That's awesome to know. And yeah, it's the same thing, like $85K. I'm like, cool, that's not a lot, but like, that is a lot. I think Chris's family sold their apartment for like 100 something when they sold it last year. So, yeah. It just depends, I suppose. Thank you for everyone that gave a thumbs up and has been talking. I appreciate all the engagement so much. If you're not subscribed to me, please just take a second and hit subscribe. Oh, you are a realtor. That's awesome. I would love to talk to you. It's so interesting with the prices right now and seeing how much certain things are going up. 500 to 600 is a lot of apartment compared to the States. Yes, I agree. That's very true. Yeah, like, no. I could get something so much bigger than my house. My house is 1,200 square feet. Renting. Yeah, if you are not subbed, just hit sub. If you see a new video, feel free to play it. I don't even care. Like I said, if you watch it on mute, just, I mean, I would prefer, but you take what you can get. Right, watch my ads. Make your mom sub. I love moms. I love dads. My mom and dad watch all my videos, right? But they don't comment. Fake. Right, exactly. I think I'm gonna take him on a walk because he's been so patient while I've been talking, and then I have to make dinner. Thanks for everyone that hung out with me. I haven't done a live in a little bit, I feel like, so I would love to do another. And then I actually have a video coming up on Christina's channel. The name of her channel is Where in the World is Stina Marie, like Stina Marie, and we recorded a video last week about mission trips in Dominican Republic and what we think about them, our experience with them. I think it's a very interesting topic. So that will probably be up next week on her channel, and then I would love if you guys would go watch it, and then I really want people to engage and comment and ask questions and give their opinions so we can then do a live with me and her on my channel, kind of like in response to the recorded video, if that makes sense. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. I'll share it on my community tab when it comes up. My Instagram's Rebecca Mills with 3 S's. If you're not following me there, I post way more there, at least on my stories, if you want to see what I'm up to. Okay. Thank you so much, though. I hope everyone's having an awesome week. We're almost at Friday. I know, she's cute. And then meanwhile, my name's Mills. Like, if you have any ideas for a better channel name for me, let me know, because I gave up and just put Mills. Hers is cute, though. But yeah, I will definitely be back. Who gave me $10? Wait, why doesn't it say? Oh, Randall. Thank you, Randall. I appreciate that. Wait, can you see the avocado pear person? Thank you. You're so sweet. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Mateo, we got a super chat. Yay! Thank you, thank you. I can never decide which video to do next, but I have like the whole COVID test process to come back. It was different than the process last time. I will go get some coffee. Thank you. I haven't had coffee in a month. That's crazy. Thank you, Randall. I really do appreciate that. So thank you. The process was different than like films at the airport. And then I have like more restaurants there. I just have to choose what I want to post next. I have like Las Serenas, like driving through Las Serenas, driving through Barbacoa, Santiago. I also like driving tour videos, even though I'm not talking, which is probably preferable for some of you. They're interesting to watch because I feel like you can like see so much and get a really good feel for like the towns and the cities I'm driving through, and like you see so much on the roads. I feel like it's interesting personally. So I'll have some of those coming up too. But yeah, just stay tuned. Like I said, I post more on Instagram and TikTok. That's cringy, different topics. I got COVID and 3 tests. Stop. That's terrible. I had a friend that happened to. I'm sorry. I'm glad you were finally able to. Luckily, this time, they didn't put it into my brain. So, it was much better. I do have a video of that. And I have another video. I don't think I posted my video in Barbacoa. My favorite. I'll do that too. I have so much. It's just like a matter of going through everything. It's like a lot. I hate editing. It's true. Yeah, it's a mess. I'm choking. It's such nice weather out today though, so I really want to go outside. But thanks so much for chatting with me, guys. Have an awesome rest of your Thursday, an awesome weekend. Hope you have some fun things planned. I'll have another video up next week, latest. Just have to pick my topic. Oh, that sounds awful. I'm sorry. That would be so annoying because that's expensive too. Whoops. You have to pay for those there, which sucks. Well, sometimes you don't now, but ours we definitely did. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure your subs, notifications on, and I will see all of you guys soon. Happy Thursday. See, I still don't know what day it is.